everybody, it is Addison. Welcome to Addison Unleashed for the day. I was feeling like being a little silly, so we've got this great, awesome Facebook filter. I love the filters, but today's topic does go along with the filter today. So recently, I have been noticing I have lots of clients that are going through breakups and disconnections. I have quite a few people in my own life. There's some transition in my own life. But my friends, I just see it all over the place right now. So there is definitely some energy here. Trying to call my phone when I'm on a live. Not cool. But I've noticed that there just must be an energy. There's just lots kind of going on right now with a lot of different people. And it's been really interesting to see how between clients, friends, myself, just everybody that I'm hearing about these stories from are dealing with it. How each person is kind of dealing with the breakup, because we all have wounding and we all handle that kind of stuff so differently. Though, I was sitting here pondering, and you guys get to come along with my pondering in the daytime. Aren't you lucky? But I was sitting here pondering why we choose, and not everybody, but why certain people choose to become vindictive when there's something that's breaking up. I actually feel very blessed in my life that as I have gone through my life and there's been different things that have happened, that I have not actually experienced this myself very much, as far as people being extremely vindictive or extremely bitchy or extremely trying to harm me after a breakup. I've had a couple. Actually, the one or two I've had have actually been very, very significant in their attempts to kind of be very aggressive. But overall, I feel super blessed in my life that has not been the case. But I do hear of other people that when they have these disconnections, and it doesn't matter if it is a boyfriend, a girlfriend, whether it is a marriage, a dating relationship, a friendship, it really doesn't matter, or a colleague, it really, none of that truly matters. What matters is how you're dealing with it. And I've seen some people feel the need to kind of go really, really for the jugular. And that actually tells me a lot about, and should tell you as well, about the other person. Because truthfully, if there was ever love in a relationship, and again, it doesn't matter what kind of relationship and what kind of love we're talking about, but all love should come back down to unconditional love. So if you love somebody, even if something falls apart, there still should be that love, that if you truly love the person, then there really still is that unconditional love in your core, the unconditional love we are made up of. And so I was sitting here pondering earlier today, actually while brushing my teeth, why some people feel the need to truly tear someone down completely when these things kind of happen. And when I say this, I don't mean that setting your boundaries or standing up for yourself, things like that is important. That is very important, and there's boundaries, and there are all these different pieces that come into that. I'm not saying that anybody shouldn't have boundaries or anybody shouldn't kind of stand up for themselves. That's not what I'm saying here. What I'm saying is that kind of out there, just trying to hurt somebody kind of stuff. And again, I feel blessed that is not the truth in my life and the relationships, for the most part, I have had. I can think of a friend, it's probably been about 10 years ago. And she was, that relationship did not break off in a pleasant way. However, again, I feel blessed, but I see people trying to totally crush somebody And so my rationale in making this video is to really look at why, if you were the person who was truly trying to completely crush somebody, completely knock them down, and pull at pieces of their life that actually have no connection or impact on you, what your purpose is. Why would you try to hurt somebody that you have said that you care about, whether it friend, lover, colleague, it doesn't matter. Why would you purposely try to pull somebody completely down in that? So if that is some of your thought processes, then really that is your work to do. You really need to look at, where is that coming from? What part of you is showing up in that? Where your shadow self is showing up in that? And then if you also are the person that's experiencing that first of all is painful, but then also look at kind of what is underneath all of that. It doesn't take it away, but really looking at the underneath of all of that. And so, because the truth is, there is transition in our lives. There is consistently transition in our lives. And so to purposely try to harm somebody else in a vindictive kind of like, let me just be a bitch or an asshole. Yes, I know I'm probably not supposed to say that on Facebook Live, but I am. That's not going to serve you at all. That's not going to serve your higher purpose. That's not going to serve their higher purpose. There's just no point. Why are we going to try to hurt somebody we did say that we cared about? Why are we purposely going to step out of ourselves, out of our love, out of who we truly are? Because the more that you choose that, the more you are stepping away from yourself in the whole grand scheme of things. And so if you are one of all of those people that I talked about, how there is a huge transition, and I've just seen a lot of energy between clients and everybody kind of going through these relationship transitions, I really am going to suggest that you spend some time and looking at what your actions are and what's the purpose. So meaning, if you're trying to take an action and it's to hold a boundary, or if it's to explain something, or if it is to, or if there's something that does need to be compromised on and pulled apart, things like that, that's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about, calling somebody's work and getting them in trouble at work when you're going through a divorce just to get them in trouble at work. We're talking about messing with people's bank accounts that aren't yours, things like that. This vindictive behavior to just get back at somebody. That is when you need to look at yourself. And so that is my message for the day. I hope you guys liked it. Share, comment. As always, I wish you guys love, light, and blessings. Have a wonderful Friday afternoon. Bye, everybody.